For some children, no matter how hard they try, a traditional classroom setting just doesn't work for them. And when they can't learn, they get discouraged. If that's happening to your child, it may be time to imagine a new way of learning, one that better suits your child's needs. Joining me from Imagine Schools is Executive Vice President Jason Bryant. Welcome, Jason.
Welcome.
And also Karen Wilson, whose 2 children attend the Imagine Schools on the west side of our city. Welcome to you as well.
Thank you.
And Jason, explain the concept behind Imagine Schools. It is a charter school.
We are.
And so, as with all charter schools, it is no cost. There is no tuition.
It's a tuition-free option for parents. We basically are a public school. We get funded by the same tax dollars everybody pays in the state. We're an organization that has 72 campuses across the country, and we have 11 of them in Ohio, and we have about 5,000 students that we're serving here in Ohio currently. So.
I didn't know you had that many. What's the concept behind Imagine that contributes to the success of the school and then ultimately the students?
Well, I think that we're trying to focus on the whole child. We're focusing on the character education of the child. We're also focusing on reinforcing the idea of learning gains and academic excellence about kids that are behind and trying to catch them up. We're also about trying to celebrate the parents, and basically they're voting with their feet by coming to join us in this journey. So.
Well, you know that the parents' involvement is really critical, too, to the way that kids learn.
Right.
So, obviously, it's important to reach out to them. And, Karen, parents like you, do you feel involved in the school?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I feel like I can come in and say, hey, can I give a hand? And they're always like, sure, come on. And that's a great feeling as a parent.
Because you can feel involved and
absolutely
can keep an eye on what the kids are doing and how they're doing. And how are they doing?
Oh, my gosh, unbelievable. My son improved 2 academic years just in last school year, and he does that I can do it dance all the time now. And he does. He'll dance down the hall of the school. I did it. I did it. And he's happy, and he's willing to try new things without fear now, and that's just phenomenal.
And so you really have seen a change in their attitudes, not just their studies.
Enormous, enormous. The confidence level is through the roof now.
Is that something that you strive to do, Jason, that you, as you said, you look at the whole child, but instill that confidence in these kids that, yes, there's more to you and we can bring it out?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, to look at my own life journey, I mean, if people didn't sort of step up and say you could do it and have confidence in me, I wouldn't be where I am. So part of my mission and part of my passion is to provide that opportunity for other kids.
And we have some video now, some of your Imagine Schools. You have 11 throughout the city, or Central Ohio, I should say.
Right.
But they're all different in a way?
All of them have different curriculum. They all have different flavor, different theme, depends on the local community and what the needs are. And we try to customize it from a grassroots level rather than a top-down approach.
So why is that important then, to feel like you're part of the neighborhood?
Absolutely. We want to create neighborhood schools. We're a community school. We're trying to basically serve the parents. Even on our website it says we're helping parents educate their kids. Mm-hmm. We're not the replacement of that. So they have to be actively involved creating the school from the beginning.
But is there still a structure that they all follow if they are in the Imagine School system in your program?
Well, we hold ourselves to 6 measures of excellence, which basically we measure the results rather than the inputs. And so we measure academic excellence, fair choice, economic sustainability, character education. All of these things that we value as outputs is what we're trying to basically measure, not sort of how it's curated in the inputs.
Now, what's this thing that you recently have an event, Very Important Children,
right,
where students are recognized? What's this all about, and why is that important to the kids?
Well, I think what we want to try to do is try to change the dialogue of what the definition of a quality school is. Sometimes we always get hung up on this idea that it's all about proficiency, but a lot of the kids that we serve in these poor minority neighborhoods are two grades behind. So we wanted to have a day where we said we're very important children. We're going to celebrate their learning gains, give them certificates. Their parents could be there. We could celebrate their choice, and that's basically the reason the event took place.
Why do you think your children, Karen, have so much more confidence now than they did before?
Because they're told on a daily basis, it might be hard today, but it might not be hard tomorrow. We'll get there. We'll work together. And they really feel like they're working with their teachers. They're working with their classmates. And my youngest son said, I never feel alone at school. And I love that. I love that he feels that he feels like they're a team.
Right. Every parent would like their child to feel like that. Before we go, House Bill 1. This is really directed toward charter schools. I'm not sure folks even understand what it's about, but it's very important to you all. What does it mean?
Well, basically, it was a law that was passed at the last budgetary session, and it was put in some provisions that are basically very detrimental to choice long term. It has some bright line tests of closures only for charter schools, and it doesn't apply to traditional public schools. And those criterias are very, very difficult to understand. It's a very, very undefined process. And as a result of it, over the next 3 to 5 years, there's going to be schools that are closed that necessarily should be closed. And this is the kind of the thing that we're having to deal with all the time, is a moving target at the same time trying to deal with a law that doesn't apply to everyone.
And that's what you're a little worried about, is the fact that they will umbrella all charter schools and not look at the individual gains that you all have made.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, we will keep an eye on that, and I'm sure you will as well.
Sure.
And Karen, it's a pleasure to have you here, too.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.